You quoted James Clear, Atomic Habits, didn't you? Atomic Habits, I love it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
and I
well,
are like one person.
I know we just read the same books, right?
I can't believe it.
And Rita, for what it's worth, a couple of other doctors, one in particular that is teaching the same thing in clinics, uses James Clear Atomic Habits as a format to help initiate new processes. So we're not the
Oh my
only
gosh. Yeah, why? Wow.
I
I
can't
think
say for sure what helped me, for sure, but I do know this program helped me, and being together with all of you helped me, because every time we met together and then we enforced it, and then it was like a drive in you to want to do it, and you're like, you want to succeed, and you want success, and you want good health, and you want to feel better. So I think it was a combination of all those things, but I can't really put a finger on exactly. It wasn't anything big and grand. It was just all the simple things that we implemented on a daily basis for me.
For me, it goes back to the beginning when we talked about the what, how, and why. The why gets into the subconscious level. And I feel like Ellen and I have, as far as sugar is concerned, there is no struggle anymore. It comes from, I had a piece of candy today because it's from Finland where I was born. Somebody gave me that and I had a piece, and it's been sitting on the table for weeks and I haven't touched one. Today I just thought, oh, I just want to taste one, but I have no cravings to have another one. This is how I look at it.
Cravings
But
either. I don't know why. I just don't.
me neither.
I'm glad. It's whatever the reason.
they don't control you anymore.
No,
No.
it's been long enough, because has it been 5 or 6 months? I don't know.
Wow.
And I do think you retrain your brain, because that isn't even a conscious thought anymore to me that I need that. And before I started this plan, I mean, I was eating sugar. I was way out of control, more than I'd ever been in my whole life, eating it every day, every day, every day. So, yeah, this has been good.
I feel like, Dad, when you were talking about the habits too, one thing that I immediately thought of is, and I don't know if Dad got this from James Clear or somewhere else, but he was a while back tracking habits every day over like a month. And I thought what was really interesting and what was a really insight for him is like, you don't notice sometimes that if you shift one of your habits or you act differently, how it affects others. And he noticed over a couple different months that on the weeks that he decided to indulge in some scotch, other habits went down. Whereas the weeks and months that he wasn't indulging that, all the habits across the board. So I think it might be interesting, like something I need to do is figure out what some of my other patterns are so that I'm figuring out where that cue starts for me and what else it hits on. But I thought that was really eye-opening, Dad, when you did that visual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the monthly tracker. I think a few of you, I know Rita's doing that, right, Rita? And you,
It's a cool way if you don't have vision, what's going on in your day to day.
I'm not doing it now, but I did it for months and months until I reached my goal, and then I've kind of quit doing the tracking. But yeah, I did it religiously.
Sure.
And
I started again because I'm just now starting that 10-day challenge by Dr. Mark Hyman.
oh yeah.
So
You and
Wow.
Louise, huh? Louise,
today was not
Louise
a complete
Deschaines is doing it too, right?
so what is your challenge, Rita?
it's a detox program, and it's pretty much eating how we are eating already. We have been eating, but it includes a couple other aspects: breathing, relaxation. You're taking detox baths, and your eating is very strict, and it's in order to reset your brain. So I'm thinking, if I have any residual cravings or habits, I want to just reset clean again.
Nice.
And 10 days, and he outlines everything in the book. So
So when you get off track, that would be a good thing to go back to, right?
yeah.
Nice.
But as
And
far
one of the
as
things that I was reading that I thought really ties in with what Troy was saying are these three things: is to name it, then tame it, then reframe it. So
Ooh.
There you go. That's nice.
it's just three little things. I put it in the chat, but you recognize what the issue is, then you calm yourself down, giving you all the reasons why you don't need to do this. But when you reframe it, then you put in all your notes of positivity so that you feel good about what your choice is.
Wow.
I
Oh, and
love
in
that.
in the
And I
chat, I
don't-
noticed Daryl looked like he did some research on the cost of that Eat Right Now. If you guys, can you check out the chat on the sidebar? I don't know if you guys can see that and read it. And Judy put in that free name it, tame it, reframe it.
Yeah, I saw Judy's, but I didn't see Daryl's. Let me look.
Daryl's is right above mine, I think.
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, and Troy, to Judy's point, that name it, tame it, reframe it, that's really what I had to do. I knew sugar was my problem, but I didn't know how to reframe it until I had my physical epiphany with the extremely high blood sugar. And then I had to reframe it to basically say I'm killing myself.
Mm.
And that's when I took it seriously, and then I just stopped sugar. Before, I would always look for a sugar replacement. And I didn't realize how much it was controlling me. And then if I had sugars, then that would make me want carbs. And me, bread and butter used to have a tumultuous relationship. And it wasn't until, getting to that point of making that decision and trying to focus on it that I've been able to, like, I can go over to anybody's house, they'll have cookies, cake, ice cream, and I'm good. I don't need it. So that principle that Judy laid out, it absolutely applies to me. Didn't even know it existed, but that's exactly
Awesome.
what it was. And I appreciate how she put that in there, because now I can, correlate that to other things in my life as well.
That's awesome. Everything you guys are saying reminds me of, which I didn't get into, and you guys have already bring it out, is, see, you're all showing the value of a support group like this. Judy's just brought something. You did some research. Judy's framed it. Rita's talking about her personal experience in June too. Is we're asking what are the challenges. So that's one of the things they said is you got to have a support group, and this is what this is for us.
Mhm.
Hey,
I
Troy.
feel like-
Yep.
Hey, Troy. I've off my meds except for my acid reflux, and I cut that back every other day. And today I had a flare up, and I'm wondering why. I was kind of disappointed.
From
And
acid reflux.
Yeah, and I'm wondering because I had some more bread than I usually do yesterday and probably the day before, and I'm wondering if too much carbs have something to do with that.
Mhm.
That's the first time in a while. Was it refined
Yeah,
carbohydrate?
I had no acid reflux at all, even cutting back in half until today.
Yeah. What position was your body in when you experienced it? Were you laying down?
No, just doing stuff during the day.
I would encourage you to keep a journal whenever you make a change like that. And if you keep seeing it's the carbs, it could be like with Dad, he's so allergic to the gluten that his throat will start to close up. And even recently he actually had to hold it down because he was having an allergic reaction to the wheat and the gluten. And,
Yeah, I was in a restaurant too, and that was embarrassing.
Oh, no.
I started throwing up in the restaurant, throwing up into the tissue because the bread was choking me. So I wrote a little adage in the book, and I wrote, "What happens after what happens next?" So I get a desire for popcorn. I go grab the bag of popcorn. I say, "Well, I need a little bit." I wind up eating the whole bag of popcorn. So afterwards, I'm sick. I can't breathe. So what happens after? What happens next? So stay away from that popcorn in the first place. Don't go to that next item. Just stay out away from it.
yeah, and it's
That's
noticeable
wise,
with
Pop.
Dad. He really can't breathe.
No, I can't.
He can't. His balance goes off. He's got to get things to help him, steroids in his throat, and yet we are addicted.
I don't know if it's gonna add anything other than just testimony, but Ellen, I used to have really bad acid reflux, and even still, when I still have enough bread or pasta, I do actually. It won't be as bad as it used to be because I've grown out of it a little bit, but it is a trigger for me as well.
Yeah. You guys may remember a few weeks back, there was a question that one of the doctors asked, and the guy, grandfather or something, was asking about his 23-year-old son, why, when he comes off of the carbs, does he not have acid reflux? And the doctor responded with some of that. And so you may want to, if you just put, one great trick is if you ever want to see all the questions, just write questions in the search bar where the magnifying glass is, and all the questions that we've had for the doctors will come up. So
Okay.
that's a great thing.
That's
to
helpful,
use,
Dad.
that search bar. So I think you'll find it that way, Alan, if you do a little homework.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you guys are really listening to each other is really helpful, right? Hearing these responses and knowing we have like accountability partners and, you know.
I feel like
Yeah.
that for me too, and it sounds like other folks might be feeling the same way. Even getting to have this weekly check-in where we get a nice golden nugget from you, and then we get some time to discuss and share, like that habit itself is also making me more mindful, because I know every Monday I'm going to come talk about and learn some more, and I've never had that level of consistency in thinking about food. So even that layer is helping me a lot.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Well, guys, I think this was valuable. I'm sure it was, and I appreciate all the comments. It's about a half hour. We try to keep it that way. I know you're all got lots of things you want to do, and you want to go eat bread and popcorn now. So
No.
don't
No.
do
Get
it.
the sugar.
No, think about what happens after what happens next. like
Yeah,
Bob said.
yeah.
Kathy, before we
About
go, did
Alan.
you have a question? You were starting to talk earlier, and I think we went somewhere else. Did
Who,
you have
me?
something? No, Kathy.
Oh,
Oh,
Kathy.
I just said I'm so new. It's all new to me. But you know, I'm
one of the things that I feel bad for you and Vicky is that you have others in your household that do eat junk food. So
Oh
you're,
my
you got
gosh,
it in the
yes.
house. You don't have to, it's not eliminated from your cupboard. So I think that's hard. And I commend you girls for being able
it
to.
is hard. Yeah.
So
I
come
had
with
my-
us every
my
week. We'll
granddaughter-
encourage you.
Granddaughter and niece here for a couple days, and they are young and they wanted junk food. It was difficult, but I didn't eat any. I sent it